my protein goal. Trying to hit my protein goal. Trying to hit my protein goal is
really fucking hard.
That's not working. Trying to hit my protein goal. Trying to hit my protein goal. Trying to hit my protein goal is really fucking hard. I just made up that song because every day I try to hit my protein goal and I've been failing for a solid week, even with trying. One, because I don't bring the right food and enough food to work with me and then end up getting Taco Bell and then I'm full until supper. And two, I don't have a two. So I'm gonna bring this can of tuna to work. I've got 2 ounces of ribeye steak left over from last night's supper, and I brought watermelon, and I'm gonna bring a can of tuna.
And shove it down my throat.
Because you can't build muscle without protein. Tuna is the cheapest protein on the market because it's the worst tasting food out there. I'm gonna mix this with hot sauce and a little bit of ranch and hope that it tastes like really good, like buffalo chicken dip. I highly doubt it, but it's still going down the hatch, if you know what I mean. Now my fingers smell like cat tongue from touching that fish. That was too much.
I bet there was like 500 fucking calories just in that little bit of ranch.
I've also been trying to walk 30 minutes to an hour on the treadmill every day. I've completed 3 days in a row. Will I make it today? I'm gonna force myself.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. Your mom's fat. Yeah, you know what? This is looking pretty good. It smells good too. This is gonna be a good lunch. I'm gonna do that. Trying to hit my protein goal. Now I'll have 44 grams of protein, plus the 22 grams that my steak gave me. Professional can opener. Does anyone drink the tuna juice? I don't. I'm so glad I don't have to rush to work today. We had a cancellation, a job cancellation, so we only have 1 job today, and that's pretty nice because we have been rushing so much this week between all the jobs we have to do, the condo butting in, and planning for my birthday party this Saturday. We got to go shopping and physical therapy.
I do not go to physical therapy once a week anymore. I have cut down to once every 2 weeks.
It's going really well. They help me a lot. In like 4 months too. 4 to 6 months. Highly recommend pelvic floor therapy if you have any pain in your pelvis. It works. I just remember going through so many doctors, CAT scans, ultrasounds, every test in the book that you could name, and I got a colonoscopy because they thought it was my intestines giving me pain, like stomach problems. No, it was none of that. It was literally just pelvic floor muscles. It just shocks me that doctors don't think about that. You know how I figured it out? Someone I work for said, sounds like you just have some tight muscles. And I was like, what? So I Googled it, and those were the symptoms I was having. So I called a pelvic PT, got an appointment. That's exactly what it was. Now I can control my pain. It's wonderful. Honestly, this isn't bad at all. Who the fuck eats tuna at 9 a.m. in the morning? This bitch. Try. It's 120 degrees out here. I'm sweating my ass off. I popped up a huge pimple. I'm not really happy about that. Fuck. Had to take the heart monitor off after wearing it for probably 6 or 7 hours since this morning. I worked out and the pads fell off by themselves. I went in the house and noticed that I had some sticky shit on me, but the pad was missing. I opened my bra up and the pad was stuck inside. I called the people that own the company to it and I said, look, I'm not gonna do this. I've had too many problems with it. I'm sending it back. And they were like, okay, we'll cancel your account. Also just noticed it's running at 75 degrees. We usually keep it at 73. I told Elle, thankfully, and he went outside to look because it is 120 degrees, no joke, with the heat index here in Alabama, 120 degrees. He went out there and there's a frog in the tube. So we're gonna go suck it out. Elle, how does that happen?
He's hot and he's looking for somewhere cool with water in it, and that's a good spot.
It never ends.
One year there was a snake in that son of a bitch.
I don't think it's ever been this hot in Bama, like other than August or September, the late June month, and it is already hot as fuck. Like, you can die in this shit. I worked out for like 30 minutes, couldn't do anymore. My jaw was twitching. I couldn't swallow my water. Felt like shit. I listened to my body and I said, you know what? I shouldn't do anymore. I wasn't finished with my workout whatsoever, but I couldn't. And then I got home and I couldn't cool off for about 2 hours. Oh, you could just hit it.
No, he goes deck down in there. I gotta suck him out.
Look, I got him out.
You got him out?
Yeah, I got him out. Look how exaggerated Elle was. He said you couldn't get the frog out with your finger.
I tried to get him out, couldn't.
Oh my god. So just this little tube. I literally did the dumbest thing of my life yesterday. So this morning I woke up, I brewed the coffee, I went to get some. I noticed it was really fucking watery. Like, it just looked like water, like no darkness at all, like it should be. So I poured it in normally, I mixed all my shit in, I tasted it, spit that shit out, just like water. And I was thinking back, like, what did I do yesterday? So I poured the water in like I was gonna make coffee for the morning. Forgot to put the coffee in, left the old grounds in there, and that's what it brewed. And it was so fucking nasty, I had to make it all over again. The poof is smoking cigarettes in the heat with her neck fan on. What a poof.
Be 65.
Oh, it's fake.
Well, honey, a real one would be $2 million.
It's fake. Welcome back to another edition of Bee's Garage. This time we got a 1965 427 Cobra. Lou brought in today to do some
Repairs.
He had a repair to do back here. It had some runs in the paint, so he sanded
Just so
it
we're
out.
clear, this isn't a real aluminum body Cobra.
It's not real.
It's a kit, obviously.
That information was just told to me, and I was let down immediately. Most people wouldn't know, though, right?
Well,
It says student driver on the back.
most people
Look at this thing. It's pretty fucking cool.
smart enough to know that if it was real, it would not be getting driven.
Oh, really? Look how fucking cool. Ford Racing.
It's a 408 stroker, Windsor-based stroker.
I'll show you a stroker.
Pretty neat.
Pretty clean. It's very clean.
This is what Carol Shelby raced back in the day and kicked everybody's ass.
Yeah.
A lot nicer than this one, and it would have to have the actual, Sidewinder 427 in it.
What's this pipe for?
Those are headers and exhaust.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a huge pipe. You want to give them an update on the Chevy 2?
Well, Chevy 2 is almost completing the rough end body work. We're getting there. Still got a couple things to do around the deck lid and getting that fit. And then we're gonna guide coat and block the whole car down and see if we're done with body work. Hopefully we can get this thing in primer end of next week.
Heck yeah. And then in 2 weeks it'll be painted, right?
No, it won't be painted. I'll still be wet sanding it and taping it up in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
These are L's materials that he uses to work.
Well, so
Look, it's B!
B from B's Garage. Hey, it's B from B's Garage.
B!
Yeah.
Just harvested our first red okra from the garden. That's a radish and that's an onion. Look at all these tomatoes. Wow.
Those pretty tomatoes.
We got so many more in the house.
Awesome.
I think I'm on. Okay, I'm on it. Come on, grab, son of a bitch. Hang on, Rico. I can't. You're gonna have to give it as much ass as you can get on it. Ready?
This fucking hose is in the way, dude.